Hello everyone, it's Grandpa Hickory. I was watching the news earlier today and they were talking about the illegal aliens in our nation that, the Democrats allowed them to invade our nation. They said there's something like over 90 million of them in our nation since John Fitzgerald Kennedy was assassinated. The Democrats started their one world agenda. They came in with forced busing. They destroyed everything that we know, our education, our health insurance, our post offices. It's been a steady agenda of theirs that, see, America's got to be beat down and done away with so that they can bring in their one world agenda. And they cannot have a strong America. This is why they took all rights away from white people. As soon as John Fitzgerald Kennedy was killed, they gave minority rights to whites. And the white people were told to get out of the way. And all the rest minorities, they got free health care, free housing, free dental, free food, free welfare, food stamps, a monthly check each month per family. And this was all under Democrat control. Well, I know the Democrats are out of the way now, but people, this thing is not going to correct itself overnight. The Democrats have been steadily working with their agenda since they murdered John Fitzgerald Kennedy in 1963. And they have been putting all these laws in effect. And just like, you heard all this talk about Doge, they found all these things about USAID, and they found about all these other things. The money that the Democrats have been lying and saying they're for poor people, and they send it out and it comes back around and goes into their overseas bank accounts. Well, did you know that all those things are still in Congress? That's right, they have not been passed and pushed through. Those things the Republicans are sitting on right along with the Democrats with their arms folded, looking at the American people and said, well, you had the investigation. You need to be satisfied with that. No, as Americans, we need to be satisfied with action. But I read today, I heard today, I watched it, they have been stealing Social Security numbers from American citizens. They were instructed to do this by the Democrats back in 1964. As the illegal aliens started pouring into our nation, they instructed them and they taught them English. They taught them everything. And they've been doing this undercover for years. And Doge brought that out, but it's been buried. And the media, of course, is not going to put it out there. They don't want you knowing anything because the media is like Hitler's media. They're propagandists. So, people, we've got a long way to go. But I read the heartbreaking stories of people that their identities have been stolen by these illegal aliens. The Social Security numbers are actually given by companies to illegal aliens that they hire. But they don't want you knowing this. And frequently they change their entire names and their entire IDs. I used to work for a glass cutting a shop in, it was a warehouse company, manufacturing, where they built the glass cutting machines and everything else, and they hired illegal aliens. And the mayor of DeSoto, Roberts was his name, he gave them fake identification cards, fake Social Security numbers, which were somebody else's Social Security numbers. He's dead now, but he got away with it, and he threatened everybody else that if we tried to come against him, that there would be dire consequences on us and our families if we spoke up. So I promptly got out of that job and left there as fast as I could. But people, this is happening all across the United States of America. Companies are giving these illegal aliens Social Security numbers when they're hired. And they illegally portray them as authorized legal citizens of the United States of America. Friends, that's fraud any way you look at it. These employers ought to be charged hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, for perpetrating these crimes against the people of the United States of America. And yet you know that if you was to go to Mexico and try to do anything that they do to us, They would kill you graveyard dead in the streets. But yet we as citizens, we are controlled by our government. We are not allowed to assemble and to fight these criminal invading illegal aliens that flooded our borders and are in our nation illegally. Our law enforcement agencies are totally overwhelmed. They can't do anything about it. But they will come after you if you defend yourself or if you go out there and attack them low-life thieves. They'll come after the victim, not the perpetrator. This has been going on since the 1960s. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm Grandpa Hickory, and I get fed up with things, people, just like you do. We gotta pray and pray like we've never done before. President Donald Trump can't just flip a switch and everything change overnight. These things took years, decades in the making, and it's going to take decades in the making to undo what these ungodly people in that party on the left have done to our nation for their one world agenda. See you on the next video.